Have you ever wanted to start your own YouTube channel, but you were scared that you didn't know where to start or that people were going to judge you? Well, today I'm going to be taking you through how I got over my fear of first starting to post content. For those of you who don't know me, I am YK Maharaj, and I like to teach self-improvement to young boys, young men, and even girls, and teach them how to be strong and disciplined people in the world. Now, since I was young, I always knew I wanted to start YouTube. I first tried creating a vlogs channel where I just record random stuff, right? Like my random day. But I was still a kid, right? I was probably around 12, 13. I just record random stuff on my day, whatever I was playing with my friends and stuff, and I'd be posting it on YouTube, right? I never took it that serious, and I stopped posting at some point. At some point, I also tried another YouTube channel. I think this was around 13, 14. I started a YouTube channel on Call of Duty Mobile because I was crazy about that game. At that point, the game max level was like level 150, and I maxed out. I was getting my gold color skin on most of my guns and shit. Yeah, I remember that. That was a crazy time. But I could see in me that YouTube was something I've always wanted to do. But I never took it serious when I was doing the vlogs. I never took it serious when I was playing Call of Duty Mobile. So I didn't really know where to go from there. So after about 2 years after that, I decided that, one day I wanna create gym content, right? Because I've been into the gym and putting on muscle and bodybuilders since I was a child. I've had dumbbells at home since I was 7, and I've been curling those 1 kg since I was 7 years old. Since I was 12 years old, I had another 2 dumbbells where I can adjust the weights. I'd lie down on the armrest of my couch, train my chest, train my arms, everything. I've been into the gym since I was very young. So I always told myself, alright, one day when I create content, I want to create gym content. Now, what happened with that was I told myself that, okay, now around this time I was still about 14 or 15 when I thought about this, and I was still small. Right, I was not big at all. In fact, I was 15 because I only started taking the gym more serious around 15. So towards the end of 2023, December 2023, I started in the gym. I'm gonna put a photo of January 2020. Towards the December 2022, I went and started the gym. I'm gonna put a photo of January 2023 here, or on this side here. Y'all can see what my physique looks like at the end, and I'll put a picture here now of what I look like now. Right, my physique has had some serious progress. Now, when I first started the gym in December 2022, that I think within 2023, that was when I decided that one day I want to create gym/motivational content. Especially since the more and more of the content I started seeing was the content I'd want to create. It made sense. But there was one thing that was holding me back, and if I'm being honest, that thing really wasn't holding me back. It was myself holding me back, and I can only see it looking at it in retrospect now. So I didn't start my channel or creating content back then because I told myself, you know what, I'm not big enough yet. I told myself, you know what, let's stay consistent in the gym, let's get bigger, let's grow more before I decide to go start a whole content creation on this topic. And people are going to look at me like, yo, you don't even have muscle, like, why should we listen to you? So I delayed the process. I decided not to start. But by June 2024, so now it was just under 2 years that I was in the gym now. I had some reasonable muscle. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to start creating gym content. So fuck what everyone else thinks. So one day I decided to start posting. There was a couple of templates on TikTok I saw. I used them. I posted the videos. There was templates on CapCut, I think, that I might have seen. I used them. I posted the video. Now when I first started, my videos were complete rubbish. The quality was bad. The video itself wasn't bad. It wasn't bad, but the quality was bad. The footage was bad. The way I made the video was bad. But at the same time, I was just starting. I didn't know this. I didn't know how it was supposed to be better. And I started without doing any research into editing or how to run a personal brand or anything. I just started. I jumped straight into it and started moving with the flow. I'm gonna learn as I go. When I first started posting my YouTube my content, people would laugh at that. I don't think anyone actually ever laughed directly to my face. People would make a joke or two, like especially when I first started to me. I just like shake it off. I wouldn't give a shit about it. And yeah, I'll be honest with you, people probably do judge me for the content I create, especially the people that are my age and people that I know. But and the thing is, no one took me serious when I started. But I started in June 2024. It is now November 2025. It's more than a year I'm doing this. Within that year, since I started creating content, I've gotten better at the videos I create. So I'm creating much better content now. The quality of my content is way better now. I'm growing much quicker now. And now people. And I am more serious now. So I am posting way more consistently now. How much more can people really say once you reach that level? So that's what I want people to understand, because you clicked on this video because you want to know how to get over the fear of posting, right? I'm going to tell you about that right now. When you start, everyone has something to say. No matter what, everyone has an opinion, regardless. And it's mainly the poor people that do, but everyone has an opinion, right? So you're going to start your content. People are going to say stuff. You're going to hear rumors about stuff. That's all right. But if you don't stop, how much more can they really say? I want you to think about that for a second. If you don't stop posting content, so you start, people laugh. But now, if when people laugh and you stop, they get what they want. I mean, that's the whole reason they were laughing at you, right? They didn't believe you could go anywhere with it. They didn't believe you could make it with in that type of content or anything, right? That's why they're laughing at you. That's why they're judging you. And also because you're not like them. You're out of the ordinary. You're trying to create content, right? So people are laughing at you. Now, when you stop, you give them the power, because now you're proving them right that you're not going to get anywhere with this. But if you keep posting day after day, it doesn't have to be every day, especially when you're first starting, but you should try your best to maximize your potential. If you keep posting, you don't stop, the more you post, the better you're going to get, the more you're going to learn, the better your quality of your videos are going to get. Everything is going to improve. But that's not even the biggest part here. The biggest part here is that if you don't stop, what more can those people really say? Think about it. When you first start, they're going to judge you regardless, no matter what it is. When I first started in the gym, I wasn't even creating content, but I'd be posting pictures and people would judge. I promise you this, right? Because everyone has an opinion regardless. But if you start and you don't stop, there's not much more they can really say, right? But there is something I want you to consider. Then it's something that you have to learn, especially as a content creator. So ever since I started creating content, I knew that when I'm putting myself out there on the internet, I have to be able to deal with hate, because there are haters everywhere in the world, no matter what it is, especially online. Because online, people have the balls to tell you anything because they're not seeing you in person. So here's how I deal with hate. This is just a side note and a tip for people who might be already posting content, or if you're going to start soon, please keep this in mind because you're going to need it. So since I receive a lot of hate, whether that's online, even if it's not online, right? Because when I first started creating content, I mean, I'm sure I got hate from people in my school as well, right? So when you start receiving hate, this is what I want you to remember. There's 3 things I'm pretty sure. If the hate comes from online, so let's say it's a comment or something, there's 2 things I like to remember. 1, I'll reply to them and I'll tell them, hate doesn't come from those above you or on your level. They come from those below you, right? Always. That's one thing. But that can also be, that doesn't necessarily have to be for only online. That can also be for people in your life in general. That's one thing. The second thing is, I'll tell them equal and opposite forces, because the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. So I tell them on the comments, keep hating, because the more you hate means the harder I'm working. And there is a third thing, yes. Now this third thing is mainly you can be used for in person. So if you're in school like me, when you're starting your content, there's going to be people in school that say shit. And there's something I want you to remember. If someone has said something about you, but they did not say it to your face, don't pay any attention to it. Let me tell you why. Because here's my attitude towards it. You can go say whatever you want about me, right? But clearly you knew better than to say it to my face. If you don't say it to my face, I'm not going to bother it. I'm not going to give it the time of day, because you clearly knew better than to say it to my face. Anyways, guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video. Normally I create YouTube videos with the script. I've been working on freestyling them without any script. The only thing I've got now is like points that I want to discuss. So please let me know what you think of this video. Please let me know if you have watched any of my other videos. Please let me know in comparison to those other videos, how do you like this video? Do you want me to go back to sticking with the script, or do you want me to keep freestyling like this? And yeah, by the way, guys, make sure to smash that like button and to check out my IG and TikTok, because I really am exposing some stuff about myself here, and I'm only doing it for the benefit of you guys, and I am here teaching purely for the benefit of you guys. I mean, I understand, yes, this is my YouTube channel, yes, I'm going to benefit from it, but I don't give a shit about that. I'm going to grow one day, but what I want to focus on is being there for the younger people. I want to be the person that I wish I had growing up, and that's why I create this content. So please, guys, a few things that I want you to take note of. Please go smash that like button. Please go check out my IG and TikTok. I'm gonna put the ad here, and there's gonna be the link in the description. Guys, share this with a friend if you think they need this. If you know a friend that's thinking of starting content and you like my advice, please share the video to them. It's definitely gonna help them, because I was in the same position they were in, right? So at some point I wanted to start my content, and here I am, right? As always, guys, I'm rooting for you and I'm watching from afar. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it.